Hey guys, thank you for joining me on day 18 of my long-term water fast. We're still going strong today again. No food, just water, electrolytes, and everything's going good. Today was a good day. Had some meetings, so that was kind of kept me out and about and everything like that. I had to go to another town and everything like that, so a little bit of driving today, but that's all good. I think the thing I'm going to talk about today is I've had a few people ask me about this, and people are kind of super curious about it, about especially when you do long fasts, like not just like 24 hours or anything like that, but long fasts. And people go, is it dangerous? Are you being healthy? Are you going to die? So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, and is it dangerous? I'm going to preface this right off the bat. Long-term fasting is not for everyone. And when I say it's not for everyone, if you're underweight, I wouldn't recommend it because you don't have the body fat stores to use. If you're just looking to shed a few pounds, long-term fasting may not be the best thing for you because you'll probably drop too much weight. If you have any underlying health conditions, diabetes, heart conditions, kidney, liver, anything like that, stomach issues, you may want to consult, well, you definitely want to consult a physician, a doctor. Let's just say a doctor. I can't talk right now. A doctor before you start any kind of fasting regimen. So definitely do your research first. Before you start it. So is it dangerous? I'm not finding it dangerous as of right now. As day 18 into it, I feel great. No cravings, no hunger, no pains. When I say that, I'm not having any heart conditions. My blood pressure's actually come down a bit, so that's actually an improvement. So it could be dangerous for some people. So I just want to get that out of the way. Definitely speak to your physician beforehand to see if it's something that would make sense for you if you're on like a weight loss journey or a health journey, to see if it's worthwhile doing. So not eating and everything that, basically, just trying to figure out what I'm going to say here. So the reasons I started the weight loss was because I hit 381 pounds at the kind of middle to end of January, and that scared the crap out of me. I don't have any underlying health conditions yet, but at 381 pounds, I was pretty much ready to go to those things. I was looking at heart conditions. I was looking at diabetes. I was looking at, you name it. It's increased chance of cancer, increased chance of too many different ailments. My knees were sore, my back was sore, so many different reasons. So I had to kick myself and do something. So for the first little bit after January, February, most of March, I kind of tried the keto, tried some intermittent fasting. I would get to like the weekend and then I would stop. So that's the reason I'm doing these videos, is to kind of keep me accountable and kind of keep me on target. I did see a doctor beforehand and everything like that, got some blood work done. Blood work for me, my blood pressure is slightly high, but not that I need medication or anything like that for. So they said, if you lose the weight, it'll probably come down. If you start eating healthier, it'll probably come down. So they said you might need medication in the future if you don't do anything. They said, well, actually, they didn't say might. He said you will. So other than that, my B12 is a little low, but it's always been a little low. So no matter, for the last, as long as I remember, every time I go get blood work done, they're like, oh, your B12's low. So that's my only kind of concern there. But mental clarity, I'm 90% of the time, I would say I'm more focused. Mood swings, I'd say I have less mood changes. I had one kind of rough day this past week and everything like that, but that was it. A lot of times when I'm eating junk food and stuff like that, you'll get that little spike, and then you just kind of crash, and then you feel like garbage. So I'm not doing any of that. So I'm not going roop 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 roop. I just had, like, so far in this 18 days, I've been pretty in a good mood most of the time. Lots of energy throughout the day. I feel I'm sleeping better. I've had one day that was just kind of a rough day. I don't know, maybe it was just, I don't know, it was just something. But the next day I felt fine. I watched a movie that night and it felt better and things like that. So you just gotta find what works for you. I went for a walk and things like that. So got some fresh air and saw the trees and a fake river otter and yeah. So, so those are kind of things there. So kind of things I watch out for on a daily basis, and I always kind of monitor myself, is I make sure I'm drinking enough water. And then with most of my water, unless I'm on the go, I'll like add salt to it. I ran out of my Celtic sea salt, so I'm using pink Himalayan salt. Just picked up at the local grocery store, so I know it's probably not the ideal salt to be using. Some of them, they say you want to use like certain ones that have. You guys always get me when I'm yawning. I'm not gonna edit this out. You guys can watch me yawn. You guys can yawn too if you're watching this late at night. But no, I'm on pink Himalayan salt now, so it's good. I guess there's, like, they say there's three different types of salt that they kind of recommend, like a Celtic sea salt, a Baja Gold salt. I don't know if it's a sea salt or what kind of salt it is. I'm thinking it's from the Baja Peninsula, some down in like U.S. Mexico, and then Himalayan pink salt. And the reason why is just because the mineral content of them, they have higher concentrations of different minerals. They say you have to be careful with the pink Himalayan salt because it's coming out of there and they're potentially heavy metals in some of them, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt. What kind of salt it is and everything like that. But that's where I'm getting my electrolytes from. Occasionally in the past, if I've been working pretty hard and or breaking a sweat, I will bust open one of those little hydration electrolyte packs and just add it to my water. So I've done that a few days, but that's pretty much the only supplement or anything additional I've taken. So just a little bit of electrolytes. Those ones are like zero sugar, no calories, but they just have some electrolytes built in them, potassium and things like that. So that's pretty much it. Nothing really has made me want to quit yet. I'm finding it really easy to fast. Once you get past like kind of the first few days of cravings and when just kind of weirdness that you feel, once you're past that first few days, it's just a normal day. There's nothing special about the day. I have more time, like I've said in other videos, where it's like you're not cooking or cleaning or going to the bathroom as much, so you just got a lot more time, so you got to figure out what you want to do with your time. I would stop or quit this if I felt anything. If I felt funny, if I felt winded or I felt dizzy, if I felt any kind of heart palpitations or any kind of pains or anything like that, I would just immediately stop, go grab myself a protein bar or have some bone broth and stuff like that to start off, and make some soup and stuff like that to kind of get some calories into me and such. But no, I'm not, as of right now, knock on particle board of my desk, that I'm lucky. This is really going well for me. So those are kind of my things there. So like I said, I wouldn't recommend this without visiting or seeing a physician first. Getting your base blood work done, making sure any underlying conditions are looked after and taken care of. Because I don't know, I don't take any medications or anything like that, so I don't know how medications would be on a water fast, so I don't know. That's definitely something I can't answer, or you'd have to do your research and talk to your doctor about that. Like I said, fasting isn't for everyone. I always get my, I call them my skinny friends. The skinny friends who are like, I couldn't go 4 hours, man. It's like, I'm hungry when I wake up. It's like, I'm hungry when I go to bed. It's like, I'm hungry all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's because you weigh 155 pounds and you're 6 feet tall. And it's like, yeah, of course you're hungry all the time. It's like, yeah, your body wants food because you're just metabolizing it so quick. But yeah, no, if you're a bigger person, have some extra fat, it's worthwhile. Anything I've changed during this fast? Probably not. I think it's going good so far. I don't think there's anything I could change. I'm not working too hard. I'm getting my steps in each day and stuff like that. I'm going for walks. When I work and stuff like that, I walk every once in a while, like a lot of the times. So I'm not working too crazy. I did decide not to start my workout plan. I was going to start doing like a 15 or 20 minute workout plan each day, but I decided no, I'm going to hold off on that until I'm done this and go back onto food. Because then I think that'll benefit me more at that point. Right now, it's just I don't want to overstress my body. My body's already burning enough calories just being here, walking around and breathing and stuff like that. So I'm losing fat every day. I'm losing pounds and stuff like that. I don't really foresee myself losing much muscle mass. I still feel like I still feel like the same kind of muscle mass in my arms and stuff like that. I don't feel any weaker. I feel, like I said, I feel lighter on my feet. My results so far, I just weighed myself and I'm at, if I take off all my clothes, I'm lighter, but with clothes and everything like that. So I started off at 300 I started the fast off, so 18 days ago at 366 pounds. And as of right now, I'm down to 329. So we are 37 pounds down in 18 days. So we're doing pretty good. It's about 2 pounds a day. Now, a lot of that weight came off in the first like few days. I think that was kind of like water weight and things like that, water retention that I was holding in from eating like the week before and stuff like that. But lately, yeah, it's been about a pound a day for this past week or two. The last kind of 7 or 8 days is about a pound a day that I've been losing. So yeah, huge numbers for me. Like I said, I feel so much lighter on my knees, my feet. Like I can go up and down stairs without huffing and puffing and feeling sore. I don't know, for other big guys that are big people, when you go down, the motion and the jarring of like hitting the steps and stuff like that, and you get those sharp knee pains just because your body weight is just like crushing your knees. I was reading an article here. It said that if you lose 10 pounds of weight, it's like relieving 40 pounds of pressure off your knees. And it makes sense, because if you're going up or downstairs and things like that, it makes a huge difference. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's I'm really happy with the results so far. Advice for anyone who wants to start this is just start. Make sure you have a plan though. Make sure you're gonna do something about it, like pick up a notebook and start a journal, make videos like I'm making, do something that keeps you accountable. So just make sure that you know that, okay, if the weekend comes and everybody's going out and having pizza, it's like, I can go join them, but you just have to make it clear. It's like, hey guys, I'm doing a water fast. It's like, I'm gonna have my water. It's like, I'll hang out and I'll be social, but I don't need any pizza. Or you can just, if that's too much of a temptation, avoid the situation. Maybe just be like, hey, I'm gonna opt out this weekend and I'll see you guys in next time we don't have a food thing, and kind of go from there, and just let them know that you're working on your health. You're working on making a better you, and yeah, so that's my advice, is just find something that you can do that keeps you accountable. Because that's the hardest part, is if you just go into it willy-nilly, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do a fast, and then you're like 2 days in, you're like, I want some chips. So no. So you just have to have that, something that keeps you holding accountable, keeps you on track, and then yeah, once you get past those first few days, then it's easy breezy. And then just monitor exactly how you feel, and kind of basically almost like audit yourself every day. It's like, okay, no dizzy, no heart palpitations, no weird pains, no nothing, no sweaty breakouts, no nothing. It's like, no swelling, no anything like that. It's, yeah. But no, so that's my recommendations for anyone considering it, is, yeah, just do that accountable. This is the longest I've ever gone, 18 days. My goal now is to hit 30, so I got 12 more days, a little less than 2 weeks. So if I hit 30 days, I'll be super excited. And then I think that's long enough for me at this point. And I have started to build my plans for after this. So whenever I do end my fasting and everything, that I do have some plans on how I want to keep this journey going. Because yeah, my kind of next mini goal is to get to 299 pounds. Like, I want to get out of the 300s. Like 299, I'm gonna celebrate, and probably by celebrating, it's like I will have. I'm not sure. I don't even know how I'll celebrate, but I'll celebrate somehow. Not with food though, hopefully. But yeah, no, I'll celebrate that, because that's a huge milestone for me, to be under 300 pounds. And then after that, it's just getting down. I think at the end of high school, I was about 195. So like when I was 18, 19, I was pretty lean at that point. I was going to school to become an EMT and everything like that. So I was, 195. I used to swim and sail and play rugby and things like that. So it's like, I kind of want to get back down to closer to that weight. I don't think it's realistically up. 220 is probably more my ideal weight, I think. So that's my end goal for now, is by the end of this year, I would love to be down to 220, but that's another 105 pounds or 109 pounds to go. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that in the next 8 months, but we'll try. We'll just keep on going, figure out eating healthy, getting exercise, start working out after this. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, is today was a good day. I do want to thank everybody for watching, leaving the comments. The subscriptions we're over 60 now, which is kind of cool. So I keep seeing those numbers go up, and I never thought anybody would watch, but I do appreciate you guys. So thanks very much. Have a great one.